So, ayan, if you're starting out, pwede tayo mag-set ng ano muna, ng basic routine muna. Nalagay ka for example, umaga, gusto mag-meditate, midday, mag-workout ka, mag-steps ka, 2K steps, evening mag-journal ka. So pag na-set mo to, yung consistency and execution mo, mag-improve ng sobra-sobra. Kasi binago mo yung internal environment mo. Diba? Umpisa pa lang ng umaga, iba na yung nag-show up. Diba? Ibang Mark na, ibang Sarah na, ibang James na. And having a proper daily structure, it gives you more time. Like the Kaizen students, magkakaroon ka ng oras to improve multiple areas of your life all at once. Matututo ka ng time management. Dito mo matutunan sa Kaizen na time management is just like packing a suitcase. Diba? Parang pag-empake lang yan. You carefully select what to bring, organize priorities, and make efficient use of limited space. Kasi hindi ka lang basta-basta pwede maglagay, di ba? Limited lang eh. Kasi kung oo, magiging ganyan din yung life mo. Walang structure, hindi mapagkasya yung mga gagawin, at naiwan na yung mga importante. So by changing our daily routine or structure, we change our internal environment and trigger a different set of habits. And next tayo, awareness. Ano ibig sabihin yan? To recognize, awareness. So to understand that, one of the most powerful ways to improve our behaviors and habits is by tracking or scoring them. Kaya nga if we're tracking steps, diba, meron agad tayong desire to improve this number. Kasi nakikita natin siya lagi. Nare-remind tayo, uy, beat mo yung steps mo kahapon. This is why habit trackers are famous, because if you are self-accountable, super effective talaga siya. Gawin natin ito dun sa sample routine kanina. Morning meditate, workout, steps, journal, read a book. So para magka-awareness tayo dito sa mga good habits na gusto natin i-build, gawin natin, scorean natin sila. Yan, Monday to Sunday, track natin, nagawa mo ba, checkan mo. Hindi mo nagawa, huwag mo checkan. So kung may awareness ka sa habits and behaviors mo at ini-scorean mo sila, yung desire mo to improve that habit will always be there. Ang tawag dyan, Pearson's Law. When performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported back, the rate of improvement accelerates. So pag naman sinamahan ng third-party observer, di ba? Meron tayong mentor, meron tayong accountability groups, accountability bodies, diba? Magkakaroon siya ng mas malakas na effect. Ang tawag naman sa Pearson's Law na may third-party observer is this, Hawthorne effect. The positive effect on the behavior of individuals if they know that they are being observed or watched. Example, sa work natin. Kung alam natin na ine-evaluate tayo, di ba, ang taas ng tendency, mas galingan natin. Naalala ko dito lagi yung mga high school teachers ko. Kapag may observer, ginagalingan talaga eh, tapos hindi nagagalit sa mga estudyante. Hindi ako pinapagalitan pag may observer. Ayan, balik tayo sa example na to. So, iskura natin itong mga habits na to, araw-araw, then every Sunday, ito-total natin siya. So, example, you got 17 points. 17 total yan. Ngayon, may baseline ka na, ano yung performance mo for that week. So, kung 17 ka lang, out of 28, okay lang yan. It's like doing 10 push-ups sa umpisa. Bayan ng kaya sa umpisa. Pero next week, i-goal natin na tumaas to kahit 19, 21, then 25, then 28. Ito na yung next week tracker mo. Nakalagay dyan, score to beat, para alam mo ano yung score na lalampasan mo. This way, you're gamifying your life. You're leveling up in real life. Kasi nakaharap sa'yo lagi yung score mo. Makakatulong ba yan sa motivation and consistency mo? Of course. Ayan yung tracker ng Kaizen. And ako, bago pa mag-Kaizen, bago ko pa mabuo lahat to, I've been using one for many, many years. I track my habits, I get good at them, and now, they all reflect sa character ko. This is why kahit tamad ako sa madaming bagay, I'm unstoppable at executing sa mga pinili kong behaviors. Because I do this. And ikaw rin, you will do this starting later or tomorrow. So in awareness, by being aware of the good habits that we want to install, by scoring them, we're already changing our internal environment that will keep us motivated to do the actions that will take us to our goals. And the next one, to make this tool even more powerful, accountability. Ibig sabihin ng accountability, simply means ownership of action or taking full responsibility sa actions natin leading to the results. So group accountability, merong 3 levels. Ito yung makukuha mo dito sa Kaizen. Now, first, expert accountability. Ito yung meron kang mentor, meron kang coach, which is me, the Kaizen, other Kaizen team members. And I think this is the most powerful one because if you have someone you respect na nag-check sa'yo, ayaw may disappoint, you honor mo talaga yung commitments. So to maintain the respect and your relationship. Next one, peer-to-peer. Ibig sabihin niya, mga classmates mo, mga batchmates mo dito sa Kaizen, ay mga accountability groups mo. Ito yung mga same level. And next, mentees, coaches. Ito yung mga tinuturuan mo. Ito yung mga mini-mentor mo. Like yung mga Kaizen rejoiners here. Diba? Yung mga naghatak ng friends. Mga loved ones sila. Ito yung na-checkan doon. If people are looking up to you, you will be more motivated to show up. Nakakahiya mag-fail. Baka kung madaming, ang lakas mo mag-aya sa Kaizen, tapos ikaw, tatama rin. Yan yun. And the last one, may pang-apat pala tayo, alumni accountability. Ito yung ahead of you by some level only. Ito yung mga nagbit-bit sa'yo na previous Kaizen students na andito ulit this season. So important to because for many people, hindi masyadong relatable si expert accountability. Because a lot of people think that kaming mga mentors, mayroon kaming magic powers. We're way ahead by some levels. Hindi na naniniwala yung students sa amin. So itong alumni accountability, na-checkan niya talaga yung box ng relatability. If you see someone ahead of you by 1 to 2 steps lang and they're succeeding, then ang lakas ng effect niya sa belief mo because all you would do is follow the next steps that he or she laid out. Ang gandang effect niyan. So itong apat na to, if you have one, kahit isa lang dito, sobrang powerful na nila. But if you will have all, like for example, dito sa loob ng Kaizen program, magkakaroon ka ng strongest behavioral push. So very little chance na ma-off track ka. So yan, sample, gawin natin doon sa mga habits kanina. Let's say you're tracking them. Sharing your scores to your peers is a powerful accountability thing. But knowing that your mentor will check your score is a whole different level. Iba yung stakes pagkasama si mentor sa pag-check ng scores natin. Mas gusto natin galingan. Tama? Baka kasi si mentor, di ba? Sanay tayo, si teacher. Susumbong tayo niyan eh. Babagsak tayo niyan. So ito, having levels of accountability is a very, very powerful personal development principle because humans will always do more to avoid disappointing others than they will when they're only disappointing themselves. So that's human nature, and let's leverage that. By committing to accountability, we get the strongest motivator for changing both our internal and external environment that will make it difficult for us to go back to our 2.0 to our 1.0 version. Last sa SAAC, C stands for community. Ano yung community? Best example, classroom. May curriculum, roadmap that everyone follows, a teacher, mentor, coach that guides you, my students, and you're all on the same page. Yan yung community. So by having a community with hundreds of people sharing the same roadmap, goal, and mindset, we radically change our whole environment. So ayan yung 4-step framework that will make you consistent and focus sa action part. Also making all of them easier to do. Kahit tinatamad ka, wala kang motivation, if itong ingredients na to na sprinkle siya sa daily life mo, you will take action. Mas mataas yung chance na mag-take action ka. Basta huwag ka lang bibitaw, syempre. Okay? Applying the framework in your Kaizen 100-day journey. So bago gumana lahat ng to, itong big dominoes natin at yung SAAC framework natin, kailangan muna natin ng vision. Kailangan natin ng matinding why. Sabi sa Bible, where there's no vision, the people perish. Ano ba yung vision? Yan yung North Star natin. Yan yung guiding compass. Pag wala tayong North Star or vision, para lang tayo nagdadrive ng hindi alam kung saan pupunta. And if you think about it, perfect analogy yun, di ba? Drive lang ng drive. Sumusunod lang tayo sa mga kotse kung saan sila pupunta. Maubusan tayo ng gas, magpapagas, then drive ulit hanggang sa maluma, mabulok na yung kotse natin. Same with life. Kung walang vision, sunod-sunuran lang tayo sa majority. Patanda lang tayo ng patanda to only realize na yung sinundan pala natin mga kotse, hindi naman pala yun yung gusto natin puntahan. People often fail because they don't have a compelling vision why they do fitness. Kaya pag tinamad na, wala na, suko na agad. Sabi nga sa 12-week year na book, if you don't have a vision that you are unwilling to abandon even in the face of discomfort, you will become what you are capable of becoming. This is why the first thing we must do that will help us get to our end goal is to write our compelling vision. Ano yung mga tanong dyan? What excites you in the future? What would your ideal life be in the next 5 to 20 years? What does your business, career, social, personal life look like if you're performing at the highest level? If you're at your best? If you're at your healthiest and fittest? And si RJ, long before RJ won the 100-day challenge last season, naging clear na siya sa vision and he declared that he will achieve it. And after 100 days, nakuha niya. So nakakatuwa to kasi very bold talaga si RJ dito. Nag-meeting kami before, season 1 yun eh. Nag-meeting kami before the 100th day ended. At dun sa meeting na yon, sinabi niya sa akin na mananalo talaga siya. So ako pa yung kinabahan sa kanya. Pero yun, nangyari yung sinabi niya. So once we have become clear dito sa vision and 100-day goals natin, merong part ng brain natin that's called the reticular activating system or yung RAS, that will get activated, which will make us hyper-focus sa pag-achieve nung sinet natin yung goal. So itong RAS na to, ito yung nag-filter ano yung importante sa atin. At ini-eliminate niya sa attention natin, sa awareness natin, yung mga hindi importante. So an example niyan, you're planning to buy a red sports car, example. Then suddenly, yung red sports car na yun, lagi mo na siyang nakikita. So hindi siya magically nag-appear. Andyan na siya, but since the red sports car, hindi siya importante sa'yo before, until lately lang, yung RAS mo, hindi pinunta yung focus mo doon sa red sports car na yun. Pero ngayon, nag-set ka na ng goal, di ba? Nagbibili ka na, ayan, lagi mo na siya nakikita. Example 2. You set a goal of getting abs. Then suddenly, nakikita mo na sa feed mo, puro fitness and anything that can help you with that goal. Hinahabol ka na ng ads ng lazy lifter. Number 3, you committed to yourself that in 100 days, you're going to leave your 1.0 character behind at magbabago talaga yung buhay mo. Then from here on, yung mga thoughts na naiisip mo, all about improvement na, all about growth na. So yan yung RAS in action. Ayan, example sa akin. The power of defining your vision and goals. So ito nakakatawa to. Maraming kaduktong to up to this year, pero hindi ko na nasundan dito. Kaya 2015, ito yung time na tambay ako, manginginom, walang trabaho. Ayan, basta party-party lang alam. Ayan, sinulat ko sa planner ko, I want to become a writer. And then eventually, nangyari siya. Ayan, pinost ko sa Facebook, my very first kita sa freelance writer. $40. So, sobrang happy ko niyan. 2016, sabi ko, gusto ko magkaroon ng blog. May mga nagsulat ng articles. Nabuo si Lazy Lifter. Nag-start siya as a blog. 17, write a book. Lumabas si MF. 18, sell 1,000 copies. Ayan, ngayon, MF, dami na. So yan, amazing, di ba? Saka sinulat ko to, believe it or not, hindi ko alam saan sila galing. Sinulat ko to, tambay ako. Sinulat ko to, pumaparty ako. Alam mo yun, hindi ko alam talaga bakit ko sila sinulat. Basta may planner ako. Yun lang yun. So for a lot of you, pa yung di bago sa ganito, this seems cheesy, corny. Masusulat ng goals. Ang corny naman yan. May reaction din dyan na, hindi ako ganyan eh. Hindi ka ganito, baka kaya wala kang ganitong results. For a lot of successful people that I know, my friends, sila yung naniniwala dito. Sila yung mga corny. Kaya lahat kami ngayong corny at cheesy, but we're the ones who're getting the results that we want. And ako, I would rather choose that over cool ka nga, wala ka namang patunayan. Sabi ni Chin, better to be corny but rich than cool but poor. Agree. So yan yung power ng pag-define ng vision at ng goals. So in this 100-day transformation program, We're going to create your vision. And we're going to keep it always in front of you. We'll align your daily and weekly actions toward achieving it. So after ng vision natin, anong gagawin natin? Gagawin natin si 2.0 version. O diniscuss natin ito sa webinar, sabi natin doon, trying to achieve your dreams as your old character will end in self-sabotage and internal conflict. Kaya yung hack, talon ka na lang. Just become a new character that does this automatically. By end state, kaya tawag namin. Kaya din yung sinabi ko doon sa, binigay ko example doon, yung create your gaming character. Sino yung need mag-show up to achieve your goals? So define natin siya in great detail. Okay, example sa akin, feel free to read. Luma na to, basta naglagay akong traits dyan. Ibig sabihin lang nito, integrity, discipline, obsess, excellence, greatness, proactivity, kaizen, ayan, pati damit ko nakalagay dyan, lulasot ko, beliefs, behaviors. So yan, creating a new character, ganyan ako lagi. So ngayon, syempre day 1 natin ngayon, mamaya pa lang ako magsiset kasi tinapos ko muna tong lesson at saka yung mga action items natin. So mamaya pa lang ako gagawa ng new character ko, new goals ko for the next 100 days. Ayan, dito mo siya matututo na makikita sa worksheet natin. It's included in one of our action items. What is your vision? What do you want to achieve the next 100 days? How would these goals help you in reaching your vision in life? Ayan, sagutan lang natin. This is very important. So ayan, andito yung manifesto ko or yung, kung pwede nyo tawagin, Wikipedia. So ayan, unahan ko na kayo Hindi pa ako 50 kasi may tanong yan last season So ito, future to express as if they're happening today. So yun lang siya, kaya Cholim 50. Natawa ko last season, sabi, 50 ka na, coach? Sabi ni Alvin, baka mag-chat GB na lang. Sabi ni Nas, the worksheet is one of the biggest contributors to my progress today. Super important talaga to take it seriously. Yup, ito yung mga corny, ito yung mga cheesy na very resistant tayo gawin kasi feeling natin wala namang effect. But yeah, if you know what you want, then surely mapupunta ka doon. Kasi kung hindi mo alam yung gusto mo, wala, susunod ka lang sa iba. Malilipasan ka ng oras na hindi naman pala yung gusto mo. Okay, so ako, I already defined what I want to happen in my life. And I'm committed to getting it in the next 10, 20, 30 years. Ito na yun Ito na yung sabi ko sa sarili ko, okay na ako dito. Parang my whole life. Ito na yun. So I read this every day. Up to this day, still gives me chills when I do. Pag gigising ako sa umaga, feeling ko may burden of responsibility ako for the vision that I set. For my initial mission, transforming 100,000 Filipinos. And para sa akin, it feels good. May pressure sa akin in a good way, and it makes me feel that my life has a purpose. Kaya ito rin gusto ko ituro sa inyo. Alam ko madami pa sa inyo, hindi nila alam saan sila pupunta. Parang parang dahon, tinatangay lang ng hangin. Tapos di mo alam, saan ka pupuntahin nun, saan ka dadalhin nun. So this is very important. And disclaimer, you have to take this step seriously. Huwag natin i-half-ass. This is where your life will be based on, and I'm serious in this statement. Hindi naman natin siya lalagay sa action items natin kung hindi siya importante. Systems thinking, trust the process. And again, what you put out is what you get back. If you're going to give it your 100%, yun yung makukuha natin. Ayan, sino nakanood dito? Sino nang nakanood dito? 51st stage. Sa mga hindi nakanood, ang idea lang naman ito is nagde-date sila and si Drew Barrymore, meron siyang condition, short-term memory something. So pag gising niya, nakakalimutan na niya yung nangyari. Hindi na niya kilala si Adam. And it's a perfect analogy sa atin lahat. Same naman tayo dito milder version lang sa atin. So right now, sobrang motivated tayo. Yung energy at gigil natin, ang taas ngayon. Kasi first day ng Kaizen But it's not long before mawala na naman sila. Maglaho na naman ulit. In a few days or few weeks, makalimutan naman natin ano yung gusto natin mangyari sa buhay. Kasi we humans are forgetful. May old self natin, yung version 1.0 natin, it will do everything it can to bring us back sa comfort zones natin. Even convincing us to forget the new goals that we set. It's why we need to aggressively remind ourselves daily of our vision and our goals. Kasi if we don't, wala ganun naman ulit nangyari. Na magiging growing na naman ulit yung pinaplano natin. Sino pagod na sa ganun? Ako, napagod ako sobra. Napagod ako kaka-disappoint sa sarili ko. I just told myself, wala, ayoko na. Iba naman. So don't disrespect your goals and yourself. Because this is where your self-esteem is based on. Now, meaning ng self-esteem is yan yung reputation mo sa sarili mo. If you keep disrespecting your goals by not doing what you say you will, then patagal ng patagal,